Yeah, I haven't heard the Ric Flair podcast yet.
I wonder how that is. Dude, I'm
It's
kind of
not.
burned out on wrestler podcasts. I feel like the market's kind of bottoming out. Oh, of course, his Brainbuster Radio is just taking the scene by storm.
Yeah, well, that's also why. I mean, I would used to. I would. That was part of my content crushing each week. Not only was I watching all this shit, I was listening to Stone Cold and Jericho and Jim Ross. I'm sure Ric Flair's is fucking hilarious. I'm gonna probably get into try to listen to one of them, but man, it's just so it's way too much. You got to really. It's hard to pick. I love Jericho's because it's entertaining, and if I wanted to escape from wrestling, he gets awesome guests. If you like rock and roll music, ghost hunting, he talks a lot of that crazy shit.
Is Piper's is dude like Bill Goldberg had a podcast?
Pipers is crazy.
Is it
All
still
right.
going on?
Oh, sweet baby Jesus. Oh, baby Jesus. Oh, oh, baby Jesus. Oh, how can I make it? I love Chris Jericho. I think he's the best entertainer in the world. I'm a big Fozzy fan.
Fozzy fan is legitimately Long Island's favorite band in the world.
They are seriously yeah, they are pretty much my favorite current active band. Yeah, yeah. Well, them or Steel Panther. I love Fozzy. I don't know if that. Hey, I'll wear that on my sleeve. I might even get a Fozzy tattoo like Jericho has on his hand. Now, maybe not that far, but I love Fozzy. I've seen him a few times. Jericho's great. He's a great showman. JR's fucking podcast is awesome. I love JR. If you for wrestling, his is the best podcast, I think.
No.
I think.
Dude, he just tramples over everyone he interviews, man.
He does. I love it. It's great.
Do you remember?
And the beginning's awesome because I love his random thoughts, his rundown of shit.
My favorite. I'll always remember this one, the Sting one, where he's on the show and Sting's there and he's like, "Now I understand you did some training with Red Bastien when you were first starting out. Is that right?" And Sting's like, "Oh yeah, sure. I kind of met the guy." And it's like, "Let me tell you two quick stories about Red Bastien."
Even better than that is I love the lot, like I work in radio, so like live reads, how people do live reads is fucking just it's so cool to me.
It's an art, man. You got it, Neil. I will say.
Yeah. Like all right, Jericho is masterful. He's the greatest live read I've ever heard. I've worked with literally I've worked with any big name in syndicated radio. Jericho destroys them all by a country mile. Stone Cold's hilarious, and JR just sounds so fucking ridiculous. It's great. Let me tell you about MeUndies. MeUndies are great underwear. They fit over my fat ass. I love. Oh, and plus JR's self-deprecating is awesome.
I mean, you could compare it to like the Cougar Life one from Steve Austin. Like Austin's are great, but they're great on purpose because it's impossible for the man not to be entertaining in anything he does.
Yeah.
Like I could listen to this man talk about the weather for hours, and I do when I listen to his podcast.
He talks about the weather and traffic.
Oh man, I love these video packages.